Welcome back to our channel, where we provide intense mind games and situations that make viewers hold their breath every second. Don't forget to follow our channel. This is where we bring you the most shocking details, in-depth analysis, and never-before-revealed secrets about the movie Beyond the Gates. And now, let's step into one of the darkest, most breathtaking moments that is shocking the entire audience. That night, the city was covered in thick fog, the streets were dead silent, the street lights flickered on the road, creating dark streaks of light. At that moment, when everything seemed peaceful, Smitty was kidnapped in the most blatant and brutal way. Everything happened in a split second. So fast that he didn't have time to react. A black car with an unknown license plate slowly approached, silhouettes rushed out like ghosts in the dark, knocking him down and dragging him into the car. The sound of the car door slamming shut was like the end of his freedom, and the real nightmare began from there. The car sped through the dark streets, passing through deserted neighborhoods, heading straight for the abandoned industrial area on the outskirts of the city. No one knew that Smitty had disappeared, and no one knew that he was being taken to a place that even the most reckless people would be wary of. The old, rusty warehouse. The walls stained with dried blood, the air filled with the smell of steel and fear. Smitty was tied tightly to a cold iron chair in the middle of the room. His limbs aching from the ropes squeezing his skin, sweat pouring out like a shower, his heart pounding as if it was about to burst out of his chest. From the darkness, a man quietly walked out. Each heavy step echoed in the quiet room, making the atmosphere even more suffocating. His face was cold as ice, his eyes were sharp, his smile was arrogant and malicious. Without any introduction, Smitty immediately understood that this was the notorious informant that the criminal world often whispered to each other. He was not simply a rumor monger, a manipulator of information, but also a master behind the underground fights, mysterious deaths and unexplained disappearances. But tonight, he was no longer hiding in the dark, he directly appeared, using his own pain and blood to send a cold message to all those who dared to oppose him. Smitty was not only taken hostage, he was also forced to witness the most brutal consultation he had ever seen in his life. In the corner of the room, another man was also tied up, his whole body bruised, his face covered in blood, his eyes showing panic and despair. The interrogators surrounded him, in their hands were all kinds of torture tools, whips, iron pliers, electric batons, all shining with a cold, deadly light. The sound of the whip hitting the flesh rang out loudly, streaks of blood splattered all over the dirty concrete floor. The victim's painful moans mixed with the barbaric laughter of the interrogators made the space become stifling, heavy and suffocating. Every question uttered, every blow inflicted was a physical and mental torture, not only for the victim but also for Smitty himself, who was forced to witness it all. He knew, this was not just a consultation. This was a show of power, a hidden threat aimed directly at him, that anyone who dared to oppose the leaker, dared to reveal the secret would receive the same tragic end, or worse. The victim was gasping for breath under the cruel torture, his body was limp, his face was deformed, blood was flowing profusely, his breathing was weak as if he was about to die. But the interrogators did not stop, they continued to torment him, forcing him to reveal the truth. Who leaked the secret information? Who was the two-faced person behind the rumors that made the leaker's power waver? Silence or death were only symbolic choices, because the final outcome was still blood, pain and destruction. Smitty was completely helpless, his hands and feet were tied tightly, his body ached, his mind was dizzy, extremely confused. He realized that he had become a pawn in the bloody game that the informant was playing. His disappearance was not accidental, but the beginning of a series of dark and premeditated plots. What did the informant want from him? Did he want him to cooperate, submit, or simply turn him into a living testament to his ruthlessness and absolute power in the underworld? All night long, Smitty was locked in a dark room, surrounded by the lurking footsteps, the whispers of the guards, the arrogant snickers of the informant echoing everywhere. Every minute that passed was torture. His mind was suffocated by fear, anger, and unanswered questions. Who betrayed him? Who was behind those deadly secrets? And how could he escape this place, when all the roads were blocked? When his every breath was under the control of the informant? But Smitty did not allow himself to collapse. Deep in his mind, he knew he had to stay awake. He had to find a way to turn the situation around, even if there was only a faint glimmer of hope. He carefully observed every gesture, every small opening of the kidnappers. Every corner of the warehouse, trying to remember every detail that could help him escape. He knew clearly that if he let himself fall into despair, if he let fear take over his mind, his fate would be no different from that poor man's, just an anonymous corpse left in this desolate place. However, the informant was no pushover. He had set up a tight control network. From a team of guards equipped with modern weapons, to a sophisticated surveillance camera system everywhere, all escape routes were within his control. He did not need to take direct action, because with just a snap of his fingers, Smitty's fate would end immediately. That made Smitty's situation more dangerous and difficult than ever. In the following days, Smitty was continuously forced to witness more brutal torture scenes. Each victim was a piece in the bloody power game of the informant. He manipulates everything, from confidential information, terrifying secrets to the lives of each person involved. And Smitty understands that, to survive, to expose the truth and overthrow the dangerous underground force, he must take risks. Must risk his life, must use his own pain and despair as the sharpest weapon. Everything has just begun. In the dark, a plan of resistance is gradually taking shape. Fragile but full of determination. And Smitty, from a kidnapper, from a helpless victim, is gradually turning himself into the most dangerous link. Ready to uncover all the dirty secrets hidden behind those mossy walls. As for what will happen next, what conspiracies await and whether Smitty can escape the siege of death. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel to update the most shocking developments, breathtaking twists and earth-shattering secrets that will soon be revealed.